Scrooge McDuck once famously said in the comic that if he lost $1 billion every singular minute for the next 600 years, then he would possibly grow broke. We have now calculated he has this much money. It's on screen right now. You can see that ridiculous amount of money. I think we need to assassinate Scrooge McDuck. Now, my thought process is that he has too much money. This is an insane amount of money for any duck to hold. I don't think anybody on the planet, let alone a duck, should be holding this much money. Now, we do know he's a Scrooge, and as a Scrooge, he holds on to this money without ever spending it, just wallowing in his filth and wealth and disgustingly keeping it all to himself. I think that we have to rise against our oppressors. Now, I don't think Scrooge McDuck is truly an oppressor. I think he has not only generational wealth, but so much wealth that it doesn't make any sense. I don't think there's that much money on the planet. He could cure world hunger. He could cure my debt. He could cure all student loans. He could stop the end of the world. He could truly prove anything with that much money. He could save the lives of billions, let alone millions, and yet he is hoarding that money to prove to himself that capitalism is a broken system. Scrooge McDuck needs to be taken out and assassinated. Now, I've thought of a few ways to do this. Perhaps an anvil. Perhaps when he's crossing the street, an anvil could crush his brittle duck body. Then I could have some good crispy duck, fry him up, air him out, put the duck oil out, make sure that's good, make sure that's fine. That's my first method of attack and strategy. That's what I've been thinking about realistically. Or I could hire a sniper. Now, I think Scrooge McDuck with that much money might have the best military in the world at his disposal. So I might need to get a collective effort. I might start a GoFundMe to take out Scrooge McDuck. That's going to be linked in the description below. I think realistically, if we need to have enough power to actually combat Scrooge McDuck, he's too strong. I think him and his contemporaries, such as Mr. Krabs, are people that have too much money. Now, how much money does Mr. Krabs have? Now, I've been thinking about this. Realistically, there's no metrics I can find online, but he has one of the most profitable businesses in all of the kingdom. King Neptune came to him directly one time just for a Krabby Patty. That means that he knows royalty. He is able to increase the price of a Krabby Patty to $100 with cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese. He is able to do that. That is an insane amount of money. Mr. Krabs is second on my list of moguls that we gotta take down because they have too much wealth inside of their system. And I say that anybody that has over $1 billion should probably at some point take half their assets and put them somewhere towards the generational wealth of all others. Now, a lot of people are going to say that's socialism. That's fair. That's understandable. I know if I had $1 billion, I wouldn't give a dime to anybody. I say they have to fight for it. I say they gotta fight even harder. Now, I don't want to bring ethics into money because money is not ethical at all. There's no universe in which you can make that much money ethically. There's no universe in which you can say, oh, this $1 billion, this is crowdfunded. I'm actually going to give back to my community. Scrooge McDuck knows he's not giving $1 back to his community. He's not going to do it. It's not realistic. I don't think he even knows what it's like to give to charity. He should get taxed crazy. Even if he got taxed $378 billion, it wouldn't put a dent. It would not put a dent. That's 378 minutes to Scrooge McDuck. That doesn't make any sense to me. He has so much money, it doesn't make any sense. He has so much money that I got angry thinking about the number. When I get angry thinking about numbers, I imagine myself back in math class where my teacher told me I'd be nothing in this lifetime. I'd be worthless. I'd be broke. And my teacher was correct. That makes sense considering my teacher had a bachelor's at the bare minimum to teach me in math education. That's the whole thing. I appreciate that and telling me about my future because I didn't know my future. I didn't know my math teacher was a wizard. That messed me up deeply. So on screen right now, we have our enemies. We got Scrooge McDuck. We have Mr. Krabs. And while I'm at it, let's toss in Syndrome. How did Syndrome get so much money in order to have all those henchmen and that whole island by himself? I say he's getting funded by Mr. Krabs and Scrooge McDuck to take out superheroes in order to make sure everything's fine. I say they're all in cahoots. That's what I think. I think they're all together in it. I don't think in my lifetime I've seen that much money. I haven't seen $100 in ones before. They've got $100 in ones 1,000,000 times over, 1,000,000,000 times over. I think we should attack the strongest and most powerful, richest people on the planet. Scrooge McDuck, Jeff Bezos. Mr. Krabs, Elon Musk. Syndrome, Warren Buffett. I think we should take them out because realistically, I don't think that we as the people have enough. I want everybody to get $5,000 a month just to chill out with it. Now, I know what you're going to say. People wouldn't respect that. Nobody would want to work. That's true. But I'll tell you this much. People would still want to work. People would still want to work because they get bored with themselves. There are some people that if we create a lazy society by giving everybody universal basic income, that will ruin things. But seeing as Scrooge McDuck has so much money, we can just take from Scrooge McDuck sometimes. If we take away universal basic income, we should have Scrooge McDuck like that old legend where that guy was getting his organs ate by the crow every morning. His organs were eaten by a crow every morning. That's what should happen. Was that the god of war? I'm not sure who that was. I think it was the Greek pantheon. The Greek pantheon. That's what it was. We need to do that. We need to force Scrooge McDuck to have a boulder and roll it up a hill like Sisyphus. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. One must imagine Scrooge McDuck suffering in his own laurels. I want that duck hung. I want that duck to be cooked, bathed, filled with stew. That's what I want. Scrooge McDuck has too much money. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing all these rich, haughty people having so much money that they could possibly spend my entire life savings, my entire life money that I'll make in a life on one singular meal. It's disgusting. Celebrity worship destroys me. Every day I wake up to suffer in this horrible capitalist society, and I'm losing myself every moment thinking to myself, when is it my turn? But I don't want it to be my turn. I want it to be everybody's turn. And it's never going to be everybody's turn because everybody can't have that. Everybody can't win. And if everybody can't win, then we all got to lose, I guess. And if we all lose, we're all losing. We're all losers. We're just a bunch of losers fighting amongst ourselves about small petty issues like race, sex, war, all this worthless stuff, all these worthless things, while the rich fat people just laugh in their haughty castles, staring down at us like we're a bunch of ants, giving us scraps from the real wealth that they have inside of their souls and body. It's disgusting. Scrooge McDuck, I'm going to assassinate you. It disgusts me. I'm going to do this. Mr. Krabs, you're next. Syndrome coming after you, and anybody else I can find within the small time I have left on this earth. I'm going to pray to whatever gods I can find in order to strike them down with their old pious might. It's not even unethical because they earned it. They somehow earned that ridiculous, stupid, gross amount of money. They somehow had great business strategy or had insider info, or some people just got lucky, like those random Doge millionaires, like those random people that have Dogecoin, or those random people that have Bitcoin, that have cryptocurrencies that run scams. Oh, you got rich off of running a scam, but he's still rich. We're gonna cancel you. Doesn't matter if he's still rich. He probably doesn't even care about online fame. He walked away with $2.7 million. Well, that's not fair. That's unethical. They don't care about ethics. They have the money to live freely. They don't care about being known by the public. They don't care about being known by these people. Sure, you can expose the company, but who cares? Nobody does that much deep research because the average person doesn't care about that much deep research. Do you know how much money Elon Musk has? He could lose $37 million today, and he could say, oh, okay, I guess that's fine. It's so upsetting. Scrooge McDuck needs to be assassinated, so I'm thinking I need to transform my entire body to the second dimension and go take him out. But then I'd probably get stopped by his high security system because I know he has a personal army that is bigger than 5,000 times the U.S. military of hired assassins and people that could probably take me out in a heartbeat. So I need to stay in my third dimensional form and perhaps just erase him out of this existence, use a marker or a pencil. But I can't do that with people in the third dimension like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Warren Buffett, because guess what? I'm a third dimensional being, same as them. I'd have to do something psychotic and crazy. I'm not gonna do something psychotic and crazy because I value my life and existence. Why am I worried about other people's pockets? Why are you pocket watching, bro? Why are you pocket watching? Why am I pocket watching? Good question. Why am I pocket watching when they have so much disgusting wealth that they refuse to redistribute to the world? Why are they doing that? What are they hoarding it for? You're just old and wealthy and doing nothing with it. Well, I'm starting a business with it. Your business is built on a foundation of lies. Why can't somebody just be ethical for once in their stupid, miserable, disgusting, rich, haughty, fat, grease-filled, buttered up life for 1 second? You don't know the price of a banana. You know the price of everything but the value of nothing. It is gross. I hate it. I hate it. So who wants to help me take out Scrooge McDuck? Anyone? Please? Please?